Well, I am pumped and excited because in my last video yesterday, was when I filmed it, I actually took this hive and made a split. And if you haven't seen that video, I'll leave a link at the end. Well, I took 5 frames, a couple of frames of resources, 3 frames of brood, moved them over there. But now, one of the things I'm going to do to help you guys out is show you how I'm going to introduce a mated laying queen. Because I could let this hive raise their own queen, right? Because there's eggs in there. But that's going to take 30 days to get a laying queen by the time she's raised and mated and starts laying. 30 days of no brood. That's going to really cut down on the population. I don't want that to happen. So I'm going to show you, I'm going to walk you through how you install a mated laying queen. I'm pumped and excited. Let's get in and do it. We're still hitting a little bit of rain. It's drizzling on me now. So I'm going to smoke the bees a little bit. Now I could put my new queen up in the honey super, but I don't want to do that because I'd rather her be down here in the brood boxes. So let's go ahead and show you. I'll show you my fast way to accomplish this. Well, fast as I can do it, I guess. All right, so we're going to start by taking off the big block. And I really do need that in the spring in Illinois. Now, I don't want to really take the lid off. So what I'm going to do is just put an empty deep box right there. And with the lid on there, I could separate it here and take both of the supers off. That's going to be heavy, but it's going to be fast and easy. So let's do it. Let's attempt to do it. See if I'm strong enough to do it. I'm going to try to go above the queen excluder to hold it down. Remember what I taught you is that once you separate boxes, smoke in between like this. Yep. That'll help calm the bees down. All right, it looks pretty loose. So can we muscle these 2 supers off? Let's try it. All right, that works. Man, that's a backbreaker. Oh, woo! That got us into the box pretty quick though. I took the queen out yesterday. Open this up. And now we need to put our queen in. You can take out a little bit of the candy out of the little tip there if you want to. It's about 1 inch of candy, and that's going to take a while to eat through. So we'll just remove this, get a start on it. We'll take out as much as we can get that tip of the J hook in there. But not all of it. We want them to get used to this queen. I like that. Okay. All right, well, here's our queen we're going to put in there. Look at that. That'd be great. She isn't marked. Why don't we mark her real quick before we put her in there? I've got a marking pen this year for 2025. The color is blue. And if you're not familiar with using one of these queen marking pens, I shake it, get the paint going good, and then I test it, you know, on the concrete block, or you can test it on your lid. Just want it to be able to dab the queen, not drown her. All right, so this is going to be a little more difficult because here's our queen. She's real, she can fly a lot because she's not been fed real well through here. And so if we lose her, she'll fly away and who knows where she'll wind up. So we have to be careful. So what we're going to do is try to catch her when she walks out like that. All right, I caught her by her wing or leg. So now I'm trying, well, I got a good, I don't have the best of position on her, but this will work. I just didn't want her to fly away. And so now, because she's a mated queen, but she hasn't been fed real well, those wings are going strong. I don't want to get it on the wings too much. All right, so there you go. I got a blue dot on her, so that'll make it a lot easier to find her. Now we got to put her back in the cage, head first. Sorry if I'm not getting all this in the camera scene. It's hard to know for sure. Need to get her to walk in the cage. There she goes. Okay. So we'll close the lid, take a look at her. worked out good. All right, so she's marked, ready to be placed in this hive. Now, before we put the queen in, let me encourage you to join me for my live stream every Thursday, 7 p.m. Central Time. Hope you'll meet me there. Follow the link right here. Now, let's put the queen in. Smoke them again. So you can see how quickly we actually got into this hive by just taking off the top 2 supers. All right, here's our queen cage, candy partially removed. And I'm just going to take my J-hook hive tool and twist it so it frees up a little space here for me where I can get my queen cage in there. I'll put my hand over here so you can see. Now, the bulk of the candy is on the downside of this cage, if you see what I'm talking. It's on the upside here, the candy is downside. So if I put the bulk of the candy like that, then it's going to be better to get a little further down in there. I'm going to drop it down just below the wood so that when I release, it kind of goes back together. All right, so now we're done. And we're going to put the queen excluder on to keep her down there. She is mated. So as soon as she's out, she's going to start laying. All right, so smoke, everybody. All right, let's put it back together. Well, it's going to be a heavy job. I think we can do it though. Stuck to the deep. All right, almost landed it in position. A little bit off, so take your hands opposite the corners and just work it into position. Cowboy up, get her done. Perfect. Now we need to put our brick on because we do have the threat of some rain and storms today, for sure. It's raining more now. Yeah. Now that's pretty easy to get her done that way. If you got the back, you know, and your supers aren't extremely heavy, you can just pop those top supers off, get into that brood area. And I like to get the queen released down in that brood area. If I put the queen up in the honey supers above the queen excluder, it could possibly mean that they might have already started a queen cell or thinking about it down in the brood area. Only been 15 hours since I took the queen out. But then they could continue to raise that queen cell and they would kill my queen once she got out. So I like to get her down there to make them realize, okay, we got a mated queen, so let's stop whatever we were doing on raising our own queen and let's use the one that showed up. So that's going to get this hive ramped up and doing good. I'll have that queen, she's mated, so she'll start laying probably within a couple of days now. She'll start filling up the hive down there with eggs, so that's exciting. Now, if I would have let this queen, let this hive raise their own queen, it would have taken me at least 20 to 30 days before she started laying any eggs. And I don't like that. That's too long to go for me without production. And that's just a decision I make because I raise queens, I've got queens. It's not that big of a hassle for me just to drop a queen in there. I realize if you don't raise queens, you got to buy one. But you can always plan your splits so that your new queen is on hand. So when you make your split, you can take your queen that you bought, your mated queen, drop her in there the same day that you actually made your split. We like to wait 12 or 24 hours so the hive knows they're queenless before we drop a new one in there. Now, if you want to watch the video where I actually made a split out of this hive, maybe something you need to do before they swarm and head for those trees, here's the video right over here. See you guys over there.